Very warm welcome to you from Dunnan Secondary School for our coverage of the Sepaktakraw National Semi-Finals B Division Boys Competition. Should have an exciting contest ahead of us between Marsiling Secondary and Bartley Secondary. These two teams just wrapping up their round robin matches in the quarterfinals of the competition, and here they are looking for a place in the finals. First serve from Marsiling Secondary School, just going wide there from Rifki. Both teams were in good spirits coming into this one. Energetic, lively in the warm-ups. Rifki gets set for another serve. Kept alive by Noor Anik. Triozaki just can't quite get it over the net. Has a look at his coach there. Marsiling playing in the light blue tops, closest to you. Sorry, Bartley playing in the light blue tops, closest to you. Marsiling playing in the dark blue tops further away. So you see another serve from Rifki go into the net. First set of the first regu here. Bartley leading by 2-1. Anik. Serve across. Ariel sets it up for the spike from Heikel. Zaini couldn't keep it in play. Back to 2-all now. Anik set to serve. In step, setting up for Heikel. He can't do too much with that, just to lob it over the net. Set up for Triozaki, does well, spike it into Marsiling side of the court. And it's a good point for Bartley. Miscommunication there between Rifki and Heikel from Marsiling Secondary. Anik just serves it straight down the middle. Nice bit of dip after it clears the net. Service changes over now. Triozaki decides to take all three touches on his own. Good block at the net by Triozaki. And he gets it back across with the spike. Well played point for Bartley Secondary. 5-2 now. Serve stays with Marsiling and with Rifki. Well, he's given Triozaki a lot to do there, but he's done really well, Triozaki. Keeping that set from Ruzaini alive, well off the court. Wonderful spike by Triozaki. Racing into a 6-2 lead now, Bartley Secondary School. Oh, we're getting an adjustment on the scores. 3-5 apparently now. Triozaki attempted a block at the net by Heikel. Another point for Bartley. And a bit of guidance on the touchline from the coach, Ridwan bin Qasim. Rifki sets it up. Taken off his toes by Ariel. Back to Triozaki. Again, his spiking has been excellent. Triozaki with another wonderful shot there. After the setup by Ruzaini. He sets up Anik for the serve. And Marsiling is not quite finding the groove just as yet. Just a bit of an unforced error between Rifki and Haikal. Some miscommunication perhaps. So Haikal, that's too much. And that spike from Haikal. Looking to use his toes just to flick it over the net. 9-3 lead now for Bartley Secondary School. Zaini into Zaki. Aril into Haikal. On this occasion, spike works well for Marsiling Secondary. Zaini with the attempted block. They just weren't able to keep it alive. Point goes to Marsiling Secondary. 4-9. Zaini sets it for Zaki for another. Lovely finish at the net. Attempted block from Haikal once again going against him. Just having a couple of issues with the scoreboard there. Of course, you got students taking charge of the courtside scoreboards. As we see Marsiling pull another one back. Got student line judges as well. Serve has been true so far in this first regu. Once again causing issues with that service, with the trajectory of that serve. I think Marsiling have called a timeout here. Coach Jamaluddin bin Swaib is not too happy with the way things have started for them. It's Bartley Secondary of raised to an 11-5 lead in this first set of the first regu. Bartley's coach Ridwan bin Qasim sending over a little bit of advice to his players in that first regu. Zaki, the number 11 for Bartley, had a really good start to this match. A couple of killer spikes already. Anik has been very steady with his service, gained him a few points as well. I'll be hoping this timeout wouldn't have taken a little bit of momentum out of Bartley's game. Marsiling, on the other hand, will be hoping that they'll get a bit of a boost. Trying to rescue this first set of the first regu. Anik to serve. Again, another deadly serve. Just can't quite use the toes there, Rifki, to keep that one alive for Ariel. It's Bartley to 12 now. Three points away from winning the first set. A deadly service from Noranik. It's being set up, served really nicely by Ruzaini. Anik. Again, it's just that shape on the service from Noranik. Causing all sorts of issues for Marsiling, unable to return his service on more than a couple of occasions already. As Zaki keeps this one alive on his own. So have a look if that was in play. I think it just extended beyond the boundaries of the court. It's a point to Marsiling. Lovely work by Zaki initially though, just to set himself up for that spike. He's just run out of room there, Noranik. Run out of room, Noranik, to keep that alive. The Marsiling Secondary on to 7 now, trying to close that gap between themselves and Bartley. Wait, Rosaini did have to act, had to keep it in. It was good that he did. Set point here for Bartley Secondary, 14-7. One more point to take the first set of this first regu. With the serve again this time. Marsiling able to keep it alive. Heikel gets it back over the net. Zaki! Zaki again. And how many times has he destroyed that Marsiling side with those spikes? So we switch over. It's Bartley take the first regu. I have a bit of a timeout there. And now remember that you can follow up with all the action from the National School Games by visiting us at the website that you see there, go.gov.sg/NSG. Keep up with all the action, all the updates via that website. Some exciting school games coming up, events, table tennis, badminton, volleyball, Sepaktakraw here as well. Restart of the National School Games into full swing now. And here we are at the B Division semi-finals for Sepaktakraw. Both these sides in the opening rounds cruising through the group stages quite easily, winning their respective groups B and C, picking up 4 wins from their 4 matches. And then of course, as the competition narrows, you get to the latter stages and you start coming up against other sides with good quality as well, and it starts to get nice and interesting. The quarterfinal rounds that actually just finished yesterday, 19th of April. These sides back here eager to get back in action for a chance at school's glory. Bartley, change sides on the far side now, set to serve. Marsiling playing closest to you in the dark blue jerseys. Bartley furthers away in the light blue. Zaki, he's been outstanding. Seeing a little bit of disagreement here in the Marsiling ranks between Aril and Rivki. He's been lacking confidence a little bit, this Marsiling side in this first regu. Rivki again. Enough communication between the players on this Marsiling secondary team. Though Heikel does well to spike it over. Needs to come across, and it does. Well, that's a really well-earned point by Bartley secondary. Looking like they could have been in a little bit of trouble. They kept Sepaktakraw alive. And Noranik just needed to get it across. Put the pressure back on Marsiling, and he did that and won aside the point. Noranik. Zaki. with that killer spike, but they've kept it alive. This time, Marsiling, they've done really well. Get it back across. Set for Zaki. Heikel looking to come across with the block once again, but it's Zaki who's gotten the better of him. Winning the first 3 points of this second set. And finally, hopefully they'll give Marsiling a bit of a boost here. Nice service by Rifki. Just catching Noranik off guard perhaps. He's generally been very reliable. This service returns. Noranik is getting caught out on that occasion. Haikal, Rifki, set up for Haikal. They'll appreciate that, they'll enjoy that. Haikal with that spike. Finally working out for him to pull themselves back to within a point. Zaki. It just comes off Heikel, unfortunately for him. Ruzaini, number 12 from Bartley Secondary, again setting up Zaki for another one of his deadly spikes. Comes off Heikel. Bartley able to extend the lead. And again, it's a great example of Anik with that deadly serve. Let's keep a lookout for the celebrations as well. Not afraid to let the opposition know that happy and celebrating, scoring a point, coming up to the net, celebrating in their faces at times, which you don't mind seeing at all. So is that captain, the number 12, Ruzaini from Bartley, showing wonderful energy with his celebration. They pick up another point. An ace, another ace of that service from Noranik. Things running along very smoothly indeed for Bartley Secondary. Those unforced errors again. Marsiling's Rifki with the serve, going straight into the net. Much better service. Ruzaini keeps it alive. What can Zaki do with this? Try to score a point, that's exactly what he does. Michael couldn't quite read the spike. Went too late to try and keep it alive with his toes. And feeling the pressure on the serve. Rifki. Another point going the way of Bartley Secondary School. On the right side of your picture there you can see the second Regu getting warmed up, ready for action. This one could be over soon enough. Ruzaini set for Zaki once again, kept alive by Haikal. Back to Haikal. He just uses the soles of his shoes to get that one back across the net. Then 3 in this second set. But it looks like the point was given to Bartley Secondary there. It's been awarded to them. Again, another ace from Noranik. He's deadly with his serve in this regu. Not on that occasion. Commentator Skurs coming to the fore there. Normally very reliable. He's picked up several points with his serves, Noranik. Caused lots of issues to Marsiling with that service. Rifki with the serve. Back to Zaki. Haikal with the spike. Doesn't need to generate much power on that. With the finish. Just a delicate touch, a little bit of spin on the ball. Kill it dead. So it hits the surface. 5-11. Zaki. It's just come off Zaki's head instead of his foot. Perhaps a mini comeback is on here. Marsiling secondary. 6-11. Within 5. Husaini sets it for Zaki. Takraw comes all the way here into the commentary position. And Zaki at the finish there. Great athleticism. (12-6). 12-6 becomes 13-6 very quickly. 2 points away. Just misjudging that. Aril chose to let it go, thought it might just exceed the boundaries of the court. Instead, just fell in within the lines, within the boundaries. 14-6, just 1 point away now. And the way they've been playing, wouldn't bet against Bartley sealing that point that they need. Just a bit too much on that serve on this occasion. Nice idea from Anik once again with the service. Husaini into Zaki, who sets himself up and gets the point. Gets the winner for them. Disappointing end. First regu for Marsiling Secondary School. Bartley Secondary picking up a win in that first regu there with a wonderful performance. Rifki, Haikal and Ariel from Marsiling. A little bit disappointed with the performance there, but Bartley's trio of Husaini, Zaki and Noranik very strong with their performance. So the final score for that first regu, going the way of Bartley Secondary School, 2-0 on both their sets in that first regu quite comfortably. So we have best of 3 regus here, so it's a chance for them to actually close things out if they can. The Sepaktakraw matches we've had so far from the quarterfinal stages have been pretty close affairs. Rarely see a shutout in the matches. So Marsiling will be hoping that their second regu can try and get themselves back on level terms here. Just get teams warming up now ahead of the second regu. And an opportunity for me to just get the players set in the positions that they need to be. Again, it's Bartley at the moment to be playing in that light blue jerseys on the far side of the court. In that first regu, 15-8, 15-7 against Marsiling. Nice confident performance by Bartley's trio of Ruzaini, Noor Anik and Zaki. Zaki, especially with his killer spikes, racking up the points for his school. Noor Anik, excellent service as well. Few aces in there for Noor Anik. And Ruzaini wearing the captain's armband in the first regu, leading his side out really well. Put them into the lead here. Now remember, again, I'm going to keep up to date with everything that's going on in the national school games at the moment. That's the website to go to, go.gov.sg/NSG, for all the latest updates, for all the live streams of the national schools games. Have been going on for a few weeks now, some of them into the latter stages of the zones, or as is the case here, the nationals. We're into the national semi-finals of the B Division boys Sepaktakraw competition. Been a pretty intense schedule for these teams. Round robin of the quarterfinals just ending yesterday, so we had our confirmations of the teams that will be playing in the semi-final. Second semi-final coming up a little bit later on as well. Just about to get ready and underway for the second regu here of this semi-final B Division match between Bartley Secondary School and Marsiling Secondary School. Bartley in the lighter blue shirts on the far side of the court. He'll be serving first against Marsiling, closer to you on the near side here, playing in the darker blue jerseys. Bartley Secondary overall leading by 1 regu to 0. And it's off to a great start. Maulana from Bartley Secondary. Good service to get the point on the board. Maulana with the serve again. Very quickly to a 2-0 lead. Nazawandi can't keep the return alive. Nazawandi has it, number 5 for Marsiling Secondary School. Just looked like he was overstretching Maulana on that serve, but he's done well. Get it across. Tirupati with that spike. The acrobatic attempt to get the ball over the net. Goes for the block. Is it enough? It is. Nazawandi. Great spike there just to get a side on the board with a point here. Chance to see now Marsiling's turn to serve with Faiz. Oh, it's a deadly serve off the left foot. And the instep struck across the ball very well. Faiz. Another chance to hurt Bartley with that serve. Bartley have done well. Keep it alive. It's a bit disappointing for Tirupati. Gets up early to try and block that one. Doesn't quite succeed, but decent attempt. And it's Nazawandi with that spike earning his side a point. On this occasion, Faiz's serve straight into the net. Maulana directing to Jaden Sim, where he wants that ball to be put for his service. Jaden keeps that alive, sets it up for Tirupati. Looks to try and spike it, but ends up straight into the net. Okay, Tirupati, and number 4. For 4-3 lead for Bartley Secondary. For Marsiling Secondary rather. That's an excellent strike from Nazawandi. There's really nothing Maulana could do with that straight into his forehead. Very difficult to really deal and react to the pace of that spike from Nazawandi. 5-3 to Marsiling. Nazawandi looks to try and get it across. He's stretching as he connects with the takraw. Just mishits the return. Jaden doesn't connect on the right part of his instep. A good deep service by Faiz, and he picks up another point for Marsiling Secondary School. 7-4 now. Been pretty deadly on his service, Faiz. Maulana gets it back across. Tirupati. Jaden Sim. Tirupati. And that'll give Tirupati a bit more confidence with that spike. Nice acrobatic spiked finish from K. Tirupati there. Maulana with the serve. To Marsiling. Very important regu this is for Marsiling Secondary School. Still in the first set, the second regu. Oh, excellent block by K. Tirupati right at the net. He's had a couple of blocks go against him. This time around he's had one going for him. It's a good spike finish for the point earlier, and then good block to gain another point for his school. That's another wasted serve. Just looks to be stretching a little bit with that service, Maulana, on that occasion. Not quite getting the timing of the connection right. Faiz with the serve. Set up for Tirupati by Jaden. It's down to Shahir. Can't keep it alive. Muhammad Shahir, number 1. Haven't seen too much of him. That is his first real opportunity to try and get that ball back across. Allow Bartley Secondary to close the gap to 2 points. Jaden Tirupati. Oh, that's a lovely finish. Okay, Tirupati. Wonderful strike. It's getting into his groove now. Very acrobatic with his spikes, K. Tirupati. 1 point game. Jaden is just unsure if it was gonna land in the court. He had to try and keep that one alive, Jaden Sim. Couldn't quite keep that service within play. It's Maulana now. A bit of a miscommunication there between Jaden and Maulana. Just discussing who should have gone for that. Jaden was insisting that should have been him. It's Nazwandi instead for Marsiling. Gets themselves another point. 11-8. But just a serve into Maulana from Jaden Sim. A couple of occasions now. Not something that Maulana has been too happy with. He's been having to stretch for it on the serves. You can see doesn't allow Maulana to get the connection right. Much better there. Looks like it might have been headed out, but Nazwandi kept it in play. Tirupati tried to get it across, and Marsiling have worked that one really well. Shahir, to his credit, Marsiling's number 1, kept it alive really well after that spike from Tirupati. Then Nazwandi taking advantage of some miscommunication. It's not getting themselves in the right positions on the defensive front. Bartley in this regu. Tirupati helping them to another point. Nice. Jaden Tirupati set up once again. It's a little bit long on this occasion. (14-9). Marsiling Secondary a point away from taking this first set of this second regu. Looking for the set, Jaden. I think he just miskicked that. A bit of miscommunication at the net as well has resulted in Marsiling Secondary taking the first set 15-9. Much improved performance in this regu from Marsiling Secondary School. It's a crucial one for them as well, after Bartley had picked up the first regu in 2 sets. Simple, straightforward win for Bartley Secondary. Whereas Marsiling in the second regu responded really well, taking their first set of the game. Second, this is the first of 2 semi-finals today. The second semi-final coming up, scheduled for 3:30 PM actually. Queensway Secondary School will be in action against Jurongville Secondary School. Perhaps one of the surprises of this year's competition and nationals, the Woodland Secondary National C and B Division champions in 2019. Not making it into the semi-finals. Instead it's Marsiling, Bartley, Queensway Secondary and Jurongville Secondary, the final four. The winner of this one going to be up against the winner of Jurongville and Queensway Secondary. Bartley Secondary is getting a bit of advice here before the start of the second set from their coach Ridwan bin Qasim. He would have been delighted with the performance in the first regu. Not quite the situation in the second regu. A few words of encouragement as well. Get their confidence up and going. And Nazwandi is taking that opportunity to run to the restroom very quickly. Back on court now. Head of the second set. The second regu here. And Shahir will be playing it into Faiz for the serve. Sweet left foot there from Faiz once again with that serve. But a failure to return his service. Fire with that service, but Jaden has done very well to keep that one alive. Tirupati just helping it across. Nazwandi. This occasion doesn't connect as well as he would have liked. Faiz. Oh, that's an excellent serve by Faiz. Gets the flight of the ball spot on. It's gliding across the top of the net, dipping very sharply, allowing Maulana a chance to use his toes to react. So the Maulana serve has let him down in this match. So he wants the Takraw just flighted into him a little bit further away from his body. Let's have a look at his timing of this connection with the ball here. Much better. It's straight down the middle by Shahir with the instep. Kept alive by Jaden with the instep. Set up Tirupati. For the finish. It's just lobbed over. So one day they're running out of space there, Jaden. Can't keep it alive. So Marsiling Secondary going into a 4-1 lead in the second set. Again, a lack of communication between Maulana and Jaden as a captain, Tisregu taking on the responsibility there. We're going to see a substitution here for Bartley. Muhammad Anaki is warming up the sidelines, getting ready to come on. Let's just have a look at who he'll be replacing. It's looking like it's going to be the captain, Jaden Sim, that's coming off. So Muhammad Anaki takes his place. Just a few words of comfort for Jaden Sim as he sees his place get taken by Muhammad Anaki. It's a substitution made here to try and change the shape of this regu. So on we go. Faiz, Tirupati, Maulana. Anaki's first touch of the Takraw. It's a good one. And that's a good block by Tirupati. Immediately the substitution paying dividends. 5-2. Muhammad Anaki, the number 8, coming on and immediately having an impact. Maulana keeps the serve alive. All three on him. Has to get it across. Shahir sets it up for Nazwandi with the attempted spike, but it was Tirupati once again with a lovely block, and it's given them a fresh impetus here at substitution. Another point on the board for Bartley Secondary, clawing back at that deficit, 5-3. There's an additional touch, so it's a point to Marsiling Secondary now, 6-3. Maulana, just a little bit too high for Maulana on that occasion. Had him really stretching for that. Gets it across this time, and much better service from Maulana there. Gets it where he wants it. He's able to deliver an ace of a serve. Once again, Shahir is unable to keep it alive. You see that confidence growing within the ranks at Bartley, both on the court and off it as well. I think some good support from their teammates here. Naki sets up Tirupati. Oh, it just connects underneath the takraw. Let's time the connection a little bit. Just want to try and go hit the top of the ball in those situations so it spikes back down. Maulana, Tirupati. And a point awarded to Bartley Secondary there. Crossing the net. Nazwandi with that attempted block. 8-6. Maulana is always under a little bit of pressure there, facing away from the court. Could be a pretty special in-step return there from that angle to find its way back into play. Nazwandi. It's a clever attempt by Nazwandi just to flick it across, but he's touched the net there. Maulana. The point is awarded to Marsiling Secondary. Got 10 on the board now. And the 6 for Bartley. That's another poor serve by Maulana there, as the coach Ridwan calls a timeout here. Have to address the quality of the serves. 1 minute timeout. Losing some straightforward points, and I think that'll be something the coach will have to touch on. I'm going to try and make the opposition work for as many points as they can possibly get, but the serves are going straight into the net, out of play. It's easy points, straightforward points for the opposition. The service game hasn't been quite right, the Bartley number 15. Whereas Marsiling's number 10, Faiz, has been pretty deadly with his service game. In the first regu, Bartley's Noor Anik was almost killing the opposition with his serve, and then Zaki as well with his spiking game at the net. Very deadly. Hasn't quite worked out for Bartley though in this second regu. think that pep talk really worked out for Maulana there. It's another waste of a serve. An easy point going the way of Marsiling Secondary, who lead 12-6. Picked up the first set in the second regu. Looking like the side that will go on and win this second set as well and win the second regu to bring Marsiling back on level terms in this match, in this semi-final match. Oh, that's another killer serve by Faiz. Straight into Anaki. Not able to react quick enough in that situation. 14-6. Set point here. Oh, his trusty left foot of Faiz on that serve, letting him down on this occasion. Bartley still alive. Shahir, Azwandi, Anaki, Tirupati. Back across to Tirupati. Nice rally, we've got here Tirupati with a chance to finish it. Is overhit that rather. 15-7. Marsiling Secondary School winning the second set of this second regu, 15-7. We're back on level terms now. 1-all. Crucial second regu that needed to be won by Marsiling to keep their hopes of a final place alive. They responded to that pressure. 1-all overall in this match. Third regu coming up. Vital third regu. Winner takes all in that one. And that'll be coming up in a few moments' time. So Marsiling, as you see there, taking it 2-0 over Bartley. 1-all in the overall scores. Third regu coming up very shortly. Stick with us. for the third and deciding regu. Bartley against Marsiling, the National Schools B Division Boys Sepaktakraw competition. This is the crucial one. Bartley playing closest to us in that light blue top, Marsiling in the darker blue. And it's Bartley who strike first to Remy Firman. It's Bartley who took the first regu, Marsiling equalizing things by winning the second regu. So it all comes down to this, the deciding third regu here, to see which of these schools will take their place in the finals. Which side goes into the third and fourth placing playoff. It's 1-1 now. That's Mohammad Shakib. Gives a point back to Marsiling. Nitin Rao with the service. Magat Haris sets it up for Gary Chu, who gets a point off the back of Remy Firman. First chance for Danny Risky to serve, and it's straight into the net. Just trying to get their communication right, Danny Risky and Mohammad Shakib. With the serves as well. Danny Risky, chance to make amends, and he does. 3-2 then, wonderful service by Danny Risky, giving Gary Chu a decision to make with his return. He couldn't sort his feet out quick enough. 3-2 to Marsiling, or 2-3 I should say, with Bartley still to serve. Again, hits the top of the net but makes its way across. Shakib sets up the spike for Remy Firman, but puts too much on it. Then of Nitin Rao. Shakib using the instep just to get it back across. Gary Chu with the finish. Gets the point for Marsiling. Touches it past the attempted block of Remy Firman. He's done well to keep that one alive, Remy. It sets up Gary for the spike again. This occasion far too long. Bartley are able to celebrate another point. The Remy is just feeling a little bit of an injury perhaps. Trying to stretch it out, trying to continue and see if he can carry on for his side. You see Mohammad Shakib unable to keep that serve alive. Bartley be hoping that Remy will be fit enough to continue. Danny Risky with the serve now. Lovely header back across the net by Remy Firman. Make it 4-6 to Bartley Secondary. Great block by Remy Firman. Again, an example of just how important he is to this third regu of Bartley Secondary School. End up with an important block there. 1 point game. Risky, a good serve. Gary getting it back across. Risky keeps that alive. Nitin Rao using the toes to try and save that one. He's stretching and he's unable to get the control that he would have liked on that return. Bartley incredibly have leveled things up here. 6-all, the first set of this third regu. Straight into the body of Megat Harris. Not sort his feet out quick enough. Megat. Really not too much he could do with that as well. Taking the lead here, Bartley. Shakib sets it up, and that's a lovely finish from Remy Fairman right into the corner. Off the court, no chance for Marsiling there. Risky. Instep keeps the serve alive, and Remy Fairman is on a hot streak. Another point that he's picked up here for Bartley Secondary. And after that set from Mohammad Shakib, Nitin Rao is able to keep that serve alive to return it. Remy Fairman chooses to go with his head on this occasion. Gary. So the point awarded to Bartley side. A set up for Gary Chu. Try to find the finish. Didn't quite get it across the net there, as Remy Fairman came to block it. Danny Risky with the serve. Nitin Rao straight into his body. It's a difficult one for them to deal with there. Launched right into Nitin. Gary having to react very quickly. Couldn't set up Nitin for a return. 11-6 to Bartley Secondary School. So timeout is called for Marsiling Secondary. Important here what Bartley's coach Ridwan says to his players. He wants to keep the momentum going, wants to keep it alive. They got themselves at 1 point, trailing by 6-3, and they've just got an incredible run in terms of their point scoring. 8 unanswered points by Bartley Secondary. Smiles on the faces of the players as well, looking nice and relaxed. They'll be feeling confident and comfortable, having been the dominant side in this first set so far. On the other end, on the far side of the court, got Marsiling's third regu there. Nitin Rao captaining that third regu. Megat Harris at number 3. Gary Chu number 2. They're getting a few words of advice. See if they can pull this one back. Their coach Jamaluddin bin Swipe imparting a bit of his wisdom, a bit of his knowledge, in the hope that they'll be able to muster up some kind of response. Danny Risky looking to kill it with a serve. Danny Risky bounces back off the net. Want to maintain their concentration levels here, Bartley Secondary School. Make sure they don't get carried away. Job is not done yet. Still hope for Marsiling. Gary Chu. That's a smart play by Gary Chu, and he's unfortunate. Danny Risky just trying to keep that one alive for one of his teammates, but it's come back off his face. 11-8 or 8-11. Marsiling set still with the serve. Nitin Rao. Losing their flow a little bit here, Bartley. Marsiling starting to make things nice and interesting. Risky. Remy Fairman gets it across. Nitin Rao. Nice control. Gets it back. Pressure's back on Bartley here, and they can't deal with that. Nice and close, and they've closed up the gap. How important that timeout was for Marsiling Secondary. It's 11-10 now. The serve is with Danny Risky though. Like they were in control of this first set. Could they be throwing it away? Magat keeps that alive really well. Gary can't connect with his spike. There's some good work by Magat Harris. Just looking to try and stretch the lead again. Bartley Secondary had put themselves in what looked to be a commanding position, and then a timeout occurred. 11-6. Then Marsiling went on a scoring streak of their own, clawing it back to 11-10 now. 12-10. It looks like it's going to be 12-11. The smiles on the faces of those Bartley boys during the timeout, sharing a few laughs and a few jokes. As that complacency crept in, there's a little bit of panic setting in here. You need that response. Marsiling, to their credit, with nothing to lose, are making this very interesting indeed. In the first set of the third and vital regu. Remy Fairman. Sorry, Danny Risky rather. Another good service there. It's killing the pace of the ball after it clears the net. And it's Nitin Rao with a waste of a serve. Bartley Secondary a point away from taking this first set. Can they see it out now? Got a nice cushion. 3-point cushion here. That's Marsiling to serve. Nitin Rao. Remy. Gary keeps that alive really well. Shakib sets it up for Remy with the hitter. Great block by Gary Chu. Still in it. They're still in it. 12-14. Not giving this one up without a fight. Marsiling Secondary showing fantastic character to get themselves back into this first set. Keeping things interesting for the rest of us. Nitin Rao. Dani Risky. Fairman. Which is the net. The point has been awarded to Marsiling Secondary. 13-14. Back to a 1-point game. Bartley being told it's just a point away. Coach is saying you just need that 1 point to see out this first set. Been in such a strong position, but they've allowed Marsiling to peg them back. Can they do it? On serve, Nitin Rao. And they do. They pick up the point they need to take the first set. 15-13. Credit to both these sides. The performance that they've put in this first set of this third regu with the pressure on. And talk about pressure. Marsiling going to have to win this second set here to keep their hopes of a final place alive. As Bartley will be looking to see this one out, seal off this second set, take their place in the national finals of the B-Boys Sepaktakraw competition. Switch sides on the court, so you're going to see Marsiling Secondary School in that dark blue on the near side here, with Bartley moving over to the far side of the court, playing the light blue tops. Coach Jamaluddin from Marsiling Secondary knows how crucial this is. This set will be in this third regu. Let's see if we can listen into what he's actually saying to his players. I just thought I'd shut my mic off for a little bit, let you try and pick up what you can from that courtside mic. Let's hear nice little nuggets of information from Marsiling's coach Jamaluddin. A bit of advice to his players ahead of what could be a crucial second set here in this third regu. That's Bartley. Put themselves off to a very good start. And remember, you can keep up with all the action by following us at that following website, go.gov.sg/NSG. Make sure you visit us at that website there. Keep up to date with what's going on in the national schools games and competitions. All the latest updates, all the latest action from the various events occurring across the schools in Singapore. But in the here and now, back on level terms in this second set of the third regu. 1-all. Kept alive very well by Magat Haris. Of that serve from Dani Rizki. Unlucky for Gary Chu. There's Remy Fairman, who's been deadly with his spiking. Gary looking for that block, coming off his back. And that's another point for Bartley. Nitin Rao. Oh, that's a great serve by Nitin Rao. Gets the connection spot on and the flight of the ball as well. This could be a very interesting contest between these two. It was very tight in the first set, 15-13, going the way of Bartley. And here we go. It's Marsiling. They have taken a 3-2 lead. Mr. Nitin Rao's an excellent serving again in this second set. And for Nitin Rao, the captain of this third regu. Gary with the block. He's kept that one alive well. Remy Fairman reacts to it quickly with that header. Nice block by Remy. Magat, the number 3. Lovely effort there just to try to keep it alive, but it overcooks the return. Good try though by Marsiling's number 3. Three all now. Service with Bartley and Dani Rizki. Can't get his foot up quick enough, Gary Chu. Just mistimes the attempted return. Nail-biting contest we've got here. It's a killer serve by Dani Rizki, giving Magat no chance for that return. Right into the corner of the court. Dani Rizki. That's scary. Just gets caught underneath with his attempted return of serve with the header. And Bartley have built up a nice little lead here. I remember they had a similar sort of lead in that first match and allowed Marsiling to get themselves back into it. So definitely not done and dusted just yet. Still plenty to play for, plenty to look forward to. Remy Fairman, that's a clever header. Smart use of the head there, doesn't need to power it home. Just touches it past the block of Gary Chu. Put Bartley into a 7-3 lead. Shakib, the instep to keep it alive. Remy Fairman on fire once again. Magat can't return that. Looking a little bit despondent here. Marsiling Secondary. Need a few points to run their way, get the confidence going. Just need to pick up a bit of hope from the fact that they ran Bartley really close in that first set. They need that spirit to come back into this third regu. Gary, and they'll start there. With the comeback beyond here for Marsiling. Still a long way to go, yes, but we saw them come back in that first set. Try and keep things nice and interesting and very much alive in this one. It actually looked like it might have been headed out. Magat just trying to read and judge the flight of the ball, and that's what Coach Jamaluni was talking about in that interval, in that break between sets. The ball's above your waist, it's likely to be going out. Didn't leave it on that occasion. Decided that he couldn't take a risk. Nitin Rao can't keep it in play. It look like they're running away with this now, Bartley. 10-4, 5 points away from winning this set. 5 points away from a place in the national finals. Poor Magat, once again the target of a laser guided serve by Danny Risky. Cruising towards a win here. 11-4, Bartley Secondary. It's Marsiling, Nitin Rao with the serve. Done very well, Bartley, to get that one back across. The deserve point, incredible display of skill and desire not to give up on that. Wonderful teamwork by Firman, Rizki and Shakib. And 12-5, Marsiling. 5-12, Marsiling off that serve. Nitin Rao. Shakib. Remy. Again, it's Remy with those clever little headers. Nice touches just to try and get it back across the net. Shakib sets it up for Remy. It's right into the net. Now it was about this point in that first set of this third regu where we saw Marsiling actually launching a comeback. It was a big gap. They closed it up after a timeout. They spent all the energy on that though. That's a wonderful return by Gary. Shakib just gets it back across the net. Magat. A bit of confusion, but Magat gets it across. Eventually Remy. Wonderful rally that we've got once again. What an entertaining third regu we've had here. It's unfortunate for Gary, that block just coming off him and going out of play. 2 points. 2 points for Bartley now to seal this one up. Magat does it all on his own. Keeps it alive. Shakib setting up Remy. Oh, that's an incredible touch by Remy Fairman, using the soles of his shoes there just to deftly lift it over the net. Back down again, 1 point away. Kept alive. Gary Chu. Shakib with work to do here. So back across. Nitin Rao. Wonderful rally here, big point potentially. Remy Firman, can he finish it off? Magat keeps it alive. Great drama, they've done it! Bartley Secondary have gotten the point that they needed. 15-6 in this second set. They made their way into the finals of the National B Division Sepaktakraw competition, and just look at how much it means to these boys, to these players. The crucial third regu going the way of Bartley Secondary School, winning both sets 15-3, 15-6. Reservations to Marsiling Secondary's Sepaktakraw team put in a fantastic effort, get themselves back on level terms to force a third regu, and then in their first set of the third regu, going very close, 15-13, ultimately falling away in the second set here. Can feel proud of themselves. They'll still have an opportunity in that place match. That'll be coming up shortly. Stick around, we've got a second semi-final coming up between Jurongville Secondary and Queensway Secondary School. But for now, it's Bartley to take their place in the final of the competition. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you shortly for the second semi-final in a few moments' time.